When I was 11 months old, my mother packed me up and followed my father, who had gone to Flin Flon. We didn't stay in Flin Flon after the war broke out. Dad sold his business and we settled in Fort Erie. Things in Fort Erie were a little tough for me. I just seemed to go from problem to problem. My father was authoritarian type. He didn't have a lot of patience. I mean, once I got into trouble in school, that was it. He knocked me out the side door of the house. I got up and left and never came back. And that's when I went with the Navy. I guess because it was the farthest away that I could get from Fort Erie. That's when I met my wife, and I married for 65 years. When I first joined, my trade was air fitter, which was repairing engines. When I was doing maintenance, I thought, I'd like to get into radar. It just seemed so interesting. It was just developing. I grabbed the course, worked for a year or so on an aircraft squadron. Along the line, somebody needed another body in the ship, somebody who's got radar background. Took on the entire radar in the ship. This one night it was extremely foggy. I got the call to come up. They had a problem. The 3 aircraft were lost. The boss of the radar SAC said, "There's no way we're going to find them." I said, "Oh yeah, we'll find them." Make a long story short, brought all aircraft in, landed with no incident, made my reputation. There's no two ways about it. I received some pretty nice recognition for that. It was a good time. The benefit I carried from the military into civilian life came in 1979, 1980. I was the president of the local chapter of Canadian Naval Air Group, which was retired naval air types. We got wind that there was this old beat-up World War II aircraft, went down and dug it out of the ground as best we could. A good share of it fell apart as we moved it. 10 years later, we had restored it to original condition. 3 years later, we actually got it in the air. I can't describe how we felt. Absolutely the most thrilling part of my entire career. When I came to Trenton, a friend of mine was in the Kiwanis Club. I quickly learned that they were doing all kinds of community efforts. Then I found an opportunity to assist youth in town. We contribute to 18 organizations on an annual basis here in town. It was always a pleasure to help or serve others that maybe weren't as lucky as me. I'm proud of what I've accomplished in life. I never thought I'd get to be 88, but I'm looking to get to 98.